I want to remind you today that within you lies a powerful ability to heal. Healing begins with your thoughts, with the stories you tell yourself about who you are and what you deserve in this life. Healing begins with the thoughts we hold and the beliefs we carry about ourselves, others, and the world. Every experience we encounter, whether it brings joy or pain, is filtered through the lens of our mind. And so the way we interpret these experiences shapes the way we feel, both emotionally and physically. When we hold on to negative thoughts, harbor self-doubt, or nurture anger, these emotions can manifest as tension in the body, leading to illness and imbalance. Our minds are incredibly powerful tools capable of creating realities based on the thoughts we choose to focus on. If we constantly focus on what is wrong in our lives, on what we lack, or on past wounds, we can inadvertently perpetuate those experiences. When we dwell in fear or resentment, we block the flow of positive energy and healing. Our mind becomes like a garden. If left unattended, weeds of negativity and self-limiting beliefs will grow and choke out the beauty that could otherwise flourish. The good news is, just as our thoughts can create suffering, they also have the ability to heal. The moment we become aware of the stories we are telling ourselves, we gain the power to rewrite them. Healing truly begins when we make the conscious decision to shift our focus from pain to possibility. It's not about denying the challenges or pretending problems don't exist. It's about recognizing that we have the ability to change the way we respond to them. By becoming mindful of our thoughts, we can begin to let go of the ones that no longer serve us. We can stop replaying old hurts and start envisioning new outcomes. This process doesn't happen overnight. It requires patience and practice, but with every small step, healing becomes more tangible. It begins by questioning the thoughts that cause us pain. Is this really true? Is this belief helping or hurting me? Often we will find that many of our limiting thoughts are based on past conditioning or fears that no longer apply to our current reality. Affirmations are a powerful way to shift the mind from a place of limitation to one of possibility. By repeating positive, empowering statements, we begin to retrain the mind. Phrases like "I am worthy of love," "I am healthy and whole," or "I trust in my ability to heal" can start to replace old, damaging narratives. Over time, these affirmations take root, and the mind starts to believe them as truth. The more we feed our minds with loving and supportive thoughts, the more we align ourselves with the energy of healing. It's also important to recognize that healing is not just about eradicating symptoms, it's about creating a state of balance and harmony within. When we heal the mind, the body follows. Just as negative thoughts can create physical discomfort or illness, positive thoughts can encourage the body to heal itself. The body is always seeking to return to a state of equilibrium, and the mind can either help or hinder that process. Healing begins in the mind, but it extends far beyond it. By nurturing positive thoughts, forgiving ourselves and others, and focusing on what is possible instead of what has gone wrong, we can transform not only our mental and emotional state, but also our physical reality. Healing then is not something that happens to us. It is something we create, one thought at a time. Forgiveness is often misunderstood. Many believe that forgiveness is something we do for others, a way to excuse someone's actions or allow them back into our lives. But in truth, forgiveness is a deeply personal act of liberation, one that primarily benefits the person doing the forgiving. When we hold on to resentment, anger, or bitterness, it's as if we are carrying a heavy burden. These emotions weigh us down, cloud our judgment, and often lead to stress and discomfort in our bodies. The need for forgiveness arises when we feel wronged, hurt, or betrayed. In these moments, it's natural to feel anger or a sense of injustice. However, when these feelings are held onto for too long, they become toxic. Holding on to anger doesn't change the past, nor does it punish the person who hurt us. Instead, it keeps us tied to the very pain we seek to escape. By clinging to resentment, we trap ourselves in a cycle of suffering that prevents us from moving forward and experiencing peace. Forgiveness is the key that unlocks that cycle. It's not about saying that what happened was okay or that it didn't matter. It's about acknowledging the hurt and then deciding that it no longer controls us. Forgiving someone does not mean we have to invite them back into our lives or forget the lesson the experience taught us. It simply means that we are ready to release the emotional weight and free ourselves from the past. When we choose to forgive, we reclaim our power. We take back control over our emotional state and open the door to healing. This is because forgiveness creates space for new, positive emotions to enter. When we let go of resentment, we make room for love, peace, and acceptance. Our bodies, too, respond to this emotional shift. Many people experience physical relief after practicing forgiveness. Tension eases, stress diminishes, and overall well-being improves. Forgiveness is also deeply connected to self-healing. Sometimes the person we most need to forgive is ourselves. We often carry guilt, shame, or regret over things we've done or failed to do. These feelings, if left unchecked, can lead to self-sabotage and a lack of self-worth. However, just as we can choose to forgive others, we can also choose to forgive ourselves. In doing so, we release the hold that our past mistakes have over us. We acknowledge that we are human, that we are learning, and that we deserve the chance to grow and evolve. Forgiveness is a process, and it doesn't happen all at once. It may require time, reflection, and repeated effort. But with each step, we peel away layers of pain and open ourselves to greater healing. The act of forgiving is not about letting anyone off the hook. It's about setting ourselves free from the chains of the past. It's a gift we give to ourselves, one that allows us to live fully in the present. In the end, forgiveness is an act of courage. It requires us to confront our pain and make a conscious decision to release it. But the rewards are immense. By choosing to forgive, we clear the path for healing, both emotionally and physically. We open ourselves to peace, and in doing so, we allow the possibility of true transformation. Self-love and acceptance are the foundation of true healing and personal transformation. At its core, self-love is about recognizing your inherent worth, independent of external achievements, approval, or validation. It is about accepting yourself fully, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and realizing that you are enough just as you are. In a world that constantly pushes us to be more, do more, and have more, it's easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism and comparison. We often measure ourselves against others or the standards set by society, leaving us feeling inadequate. When we fail to meet these expectations, we may become harsh on ourselves, believing that we are not deserving of love or happiness until we've fixed something about ourselves. This mindset can lead to a cycle of self-rejection, preventing us from experiencing the joy and fulfillment that comes with embracing who we truly are. Self-love begins with acceptance. Acceptance means acknowledging where we are right now without judgment. It means recognizing that we are human, that we make mistakes, and that those mistakes do not define us. When we practice self-acceptance, we create space for growth because we stop punishing ourselves for not being perfect. Instead, we allow ourselves to be works in progress, understanding that every step we take, whether forward or backward, is part of the journey. This is not to say that self-love is about complacency or ignoring areas where we want to improve. Rather, it is about approaching ourselves with kindness, understanding, and compassion as we strive to become the best version of ourselves. When we love and accept ourselves, we are more likely to make choices that nurture our well-being, whether that means taking better care of our bodies, setting healthy boundaries, or pursuing dreams that align with our true desires. One of the most important aspects of self-love is the way we speak to ourselves. Our inner dialogue has a profound impact on how we feel and how we perceive the world. If we are constantly criticizing or belittling ourselves, it becomes difficult to cultivate a sense of worthiness. On the other hand, when we speak to ourselves with kindness and encouragement, we create an environment in which we can thrive. Positive affirmations are a powerful tool in this process. Simple statements like, "I am enough, I deserve love and happiness," or "I trust in my ability to grow and evolve," can shift our mindset and reinforce our sense of self-worth. Self-love also involves forgiving ourselves. We often hold on to guilt or shame over past actions, replaying these moments in our minds and punishing ourselves long after the fact. But true self-love means understanding that we are more than our mistakes. It means granting ourselves the same compassion and grace we would offer to a dear friend. Forgiveness is a key aspect of self-acceptance because it allows us to move forward without the weight of regret holding us back. At its essence, self-love is a commitment to honoring ourselves in every aspect of life. It's about choosing to prioritize our own needs and desires, recognizing that we are deserving of joy, peace, and abundance. When we embrace self-love and acceptance, we cultivate a sense of inner security that allows us to face challenges with confidence, build healthier relationships, and create a life that reflects our deepest values. By loving and accepting ourselves fully, we unlock the potential for true healing and personal freedom. Affirmations are powerful statements that, when repeated consistently, have the ability to reshape our mindset and transform our lives. They are more than just words, they are declarations that reflect the beliefs we want to cultivate. By using affirmations, we consciously choose to replace negative, self-limiting thoughts with positive, empowering ones. Over time, this practice shifts the way we perceive ourselves and the world around us, creating real and lasting change. The thoughts we think every day have a profound impact on our reality. Our mind is always processing information, interpreting experiences, and creating stories based on the beliefs we hold. If those beliefs are rooted in fear, self-doubt, or a sense of lack, we begin to see those limitations reflected in our lives. For example, if we constantly tell ourselves, "I'm not good enough," or "I'll never succeed," those thoughts become ingrained in our subconscious, shaping our actions and reinforcing those negative beliefs. Affirmations work to interrupt this pattern by introducing new positive beliefs. When we say affirmations like "I am worthy of success," "I deserve love and happiness," or "I am healthy and strong," we are planting seeds of transformation in our minds. At first, these statements might feel foreign or even untrue, especially if they contradict long-held beliefs. But just as negative thoughts can shape our reality, so too can positive ones. The more we repeat these affirmations, the more our mind begins to accept them as truth. This process is similar to training a muscle. Consistency and repetition are key to building strength. Affirmations also help to rewire the brain. Research in neuroscience has shown that our brains are capable of forming new neural pathways based on our thoughts and experiences. This concept, known as neuroplasticity, means that we have the ability to change the way our brain processes information. When we use affirmations, we are essentially creating new pathways in the brain that support positive beliefs and behaviors. Over time, these pathways become stronger, and the old limiting beliefs begin to weaken. One of the most powerful aspects of affirmations is their ability to influence not just our thoughts, but also our emotions and actions. When we consistently affirm positive beliefs, we begin to feel the emotions associated with those beliefs: confidence, self-worth, joy, and peace. As our emotional state shifts, so do our actions. We become more motivated to pursue our goals, take care of ourselves, and make decisions that align with our true desires. This creates a ripple effect, where positive thoughts lead to positive actions, which in turn create positive outcomes in our lives. Affirmations are also incredibly versatile. They can be used to address any area of life where transformation is needed, whether it's in health, relationships, career, or personal growth. The key is to choose affirmations that resonate deeply with you and reflect the changes you want to see. They should be stated in the present tense, as though they are already true, even if they feel distant at first. For example, instead of saying, "I will be confident," say, "I am confident." This sends a message to the mind that the change is already happening. Incorporating affirmations into a daily practice can be transformative. Whether you say them out loud, write them down, or repeat them in your mind, the consistent use of affirmations begins to shift the internal dialogue that shapes your reality. Over time, you'll notice subtle changes in how you think, feel, and respond to challenges. Affirmations create transformation by empowering you to take control of your thoughts and beliefs, ultimately allowing you to shape the life you desire. The connection between the mind and body is profound and undeniable. Our thoughts, beliefs, and emotions directly influence the physical state of our bodies. Every thought we have sends signals to the body, shaping its responses whether we realize it or not. When we think positively, experience joy, or feel at peace, the body reacts with a sense of well-being and vitality. Conversely, when our minds are filled with stress, fear, or negativity, our bodies mirror those emotions, often leading to discomfort, tension, or even illness. At the most basic level, the body responds to mental and emotional states through the nervous system. When we experience stress or fear, our body's fight or flight response is activated. This reaction, governed by the sympathetic nervous system, floods the body with stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline. These hormones are designed to help us handle immediate danger by increasing heart rate, tensing muscles, and redirecting blood flow to essential organs. While this response is helpful in short-term, life-threatening situations, it can be harmful when triggered chronically by ongoing stress or negative thinking. Chronic stress, worry, or anger can cause the body to remain in a heightened state of alert, even when no real danger is present. Over time, this constant activation of the stress response can lead to issues such as high blood pressure, digestive problems, weakened immune function, and even heart disease. The mind's influence on the body becomes clear when we see how prolonged emotional distress takes a physical toll. On the other hand, when we cultivate positive thoughts and emotions, the body responds in kind. Feelings of love, joy, gratitude, and peace activate the parasympathetic nervous system, also known as the rest and digest system. This part of the nervous system promotes relaxation, lowers blood pressure, reduces muscle tension, and enhances the body's ability to heal itself. In this state, the body can repair damage, digest food more efficiently, and strengthen the immune system. It's as if the body is saying, "I'm safe, and I can focus on maintaining balance and health." The mind-body connection is also evident in how we interpret pain or illness. Many studies have shown that people who maintain a positive outlook, even when facing health challenges, tend to recover more quickly and experience fewer complications. This is because our thoughts and beliefs about our health influence how the body responds. For example, if we believe that we are capable of healing, that belief sends a powerful message to the body, encouraging it to repair and regenerate. On the other hand, if we dwell on fear or hopelessness, those emotions can suppress the body's natural healing processes. It's also important to recognize that unexpressed emotions can manifest physically. When we suppress feelings like anger, grief, or resentment, the body often stores that emotional energy, leading to tension, headaches, or other forms of discomfort. This is why practices like mindfulness, meditation, and emotional release can be so healing. They allow us to process and release emotions, preventing them from becoming trapped in the body. Ultimately, the body listens to everything the mind says. By becoming more mindful of our thoughts and cultivating a more positive, compassionate inner dialogue, we can support our physical health and well-being. When we nurture positive thoughts, the body responds with vitality, balance, and strength. The power to heal and thrive is within us, and it begins with the mind. Healing is an ongoing journey, not a fixed endpoint that we one day reach. It's easy to think of healing as a goal, something we work toward to finally be done with pain or suffering. But the truth is, healing is a continuous process of growth, learning, and self-discovery. It's about embracing the journey with all its ups and downs, rather than waiting for the day when we feel we've fully arrived at a perfect healed state. In life, we face emotional, physical, and psychological wounds. Whether it's loss, trauma, heartbreak, or illness, these experiences leave marks that we carry with us. Healing is about learning how to live with these marks in a way that allows us to move forward, not by erasing them, but by integrating them into who we are. Each wound offers an opportunity for deeper understanding of ourselves, and through that understanding, we grow stronger. Healing is not about wiping the slate clean, but about building resilience and inner peace as we navigate life's inevitable challenges. Because healing is a process, it requires patience. Often we expect to feel better immediately after a difficult experience, or we believe that if we've worked on ourselves, we should no longer feel pain from past wounds. However, healing is rarely linear. Some days we may feel like we've made great progress, only to be reminded of the pain unexpectedly on other days. This is normal. Healing doesn't move in a straight line, it spirals, revisiting old wounds at deeper levels, giving us new perspectives and insights as we continue to grow. This cyclical nature of healing can sometimes feel frustrating, especially when we believe we've moved on from something, only to find ourselves back in a place of pain. But each time we revisit a wound, we bring with us more awareness, compassion, and wisdom. Healing is about the layers of understanding that unfold over time as we continuously work to nurture and care for ourselves. Rather than seeing setbacks as failures, they are moments that invite us to go deeper into our healing and respond with more love and self-care. An essential part of this process is self-compassion. Healing requires that we be kind to ourselves, acknowledging our pain without judgment. It's easy to be hard on ourselves, to think we should have moved past something already, or to feel weak for still hurting. But healing isn't about forcing ourselves to get over it quickly. It's about allowing ourselves the time and space to feel, to grieve, and to process in our own way. The more we practice self-compassion, the easier it becomes to trust the healing process and to recognize that it's okay to move at our own pace. Ultimately, healing is about learning to live in a way that embraces all of who we are, wounds and all. It's a lifelong process that doesn't have a fixed destination, because there's always more growth to experience, more understanding to gain, and more love to give to ourselves. By seeing healing as a process, we free ourselves from the pressure of having to be perfect or finished and can instead focus on the beautiful, ongoing journey of becoming more whole.